Howdy all, my name is ChucklesTC. Welcome back to my World of Outlaws 23 career mode, where today we're going to be headed straight into the local series. We're going to be simulating the midget race first. Once it loads, give it a minute. Okay, they're racing at Kokomo. Let's go ahead and hire. Who are we going with again? We're going with this dude, I think, for the full season. Okay. In next episode, they're headed to the Fairbury Showcase. Repair all parts. Now let's head over to the street stocks and do the same thing. And they're racing at Grant Park. He gets a 23rd. And now next episode, they're going to be headed to Fairbury for the showcase. Repair all parts. Now it's loaded up here in the UMP Modified Series. We're in our series debut. We finished P2. Now let's see if we can... Yeah, we can finish getting this upgrade here. That's going to cost us $11,000 to get this upgrade. Let's go ahead and load in here to Fairbury Speedway. And I'll cut back to you guys once we're there. And we're loaded in here now, Fairbury Speedway, with the goal time of a 13.811. Let's go ahead and launch and practice here. It's going to take me a minute to adjust. Maybe not even. I think, yeah, it's going to take me about a minute into practice to figure out a good line and how to take it with this car. We got there instead of 12.707 first lap. It's a full second faster than our goal time. So we all shot into the outside wall there. And it might be a little hard for us to match our excellent series debut. But we're going to look to match it today, if not beat it. With a pretty good lap coming up here, we'll set a sub 12 second with an 11.871. And it's taken us no time in this car to get ready to race. We're still going to run a couple more practice laps here. And I'll get a bit more comfortable with everything. But with the amount of damage that we have on this car, we're running pretty good. Yeah, that's the one thing that I do have a problem with this car, is washing out into the outside wall. And I'm sure at some point during the weekend we are going to smack one of those inside tires. We're going to come through here for maybe our final lap of practice, unless it is a new fastest lap or a couple tenths off of fastest lap. And we're just going to end it after that one. And we'll end practice with the fastest lap of a 11.871, and let's hop into qualifying here. Where we know we have speed beneath us. Let's see if we can get it to transfer now that we are back to a clean race car. bit wide in turn 1 and 2. We'll get everything collected there, and we'll meet our goal. We're going to look to improve our time on the second lap. We'll come through in qualifying pole position with an 11.920. We're advancing to Heat 1, starting in first place. Now Heat 1, starting from pole position. Let's see what we can do. We're going to get hooked there on the start, get sent onto the outside wall. These cars like to jump out on the on the starts and restarts. We know we have a fast car. So we're going to see what we can do with it here. And I think I am going to be ready to take this up to regionals sooner than expected. I'm not going to make the jump up to nationals right away. Once we unlock it, we are still going to have to do the chain in every series that we unlock. We'll come through and win Heat 1 in pretty dominant fashion. With a 2-second gap. Now let's head to the qualifying dash, starting in pole position. See if we can have a better start here. Because at this track we just start in a really weird spot. Yeah. It seems bound to happen every start that we get. We got launched out here pretty easily, and these are the cars that are going to be running up front for most of the day, at least. And we are going to have things out of our control and cars that will go around in front of us and maybe even ourselves. So we need to not take any risky lines and just run our race. But with significant damage right off the jump, that is going to be a hard thing to manage during an actual race. But as we come through here to start the white flag, it looks like we're going to start on pole position. So we're going to come through and finish in first in the qualifying dash. This unsponsored number 63 UMP modified. We finish only a full second in front of Roy. Let's head in here to the A main. Okay, now loaded in here for the A main. Let's go ahead and get it underway. We are starting in first position. We were able to get a better start than we've been able to get in the past and keep ourselves from hitting that outside wall. So I was really adamant on turning left there. If you didn't hear my controller clicking, I was making sure I wasn't going to spin out to the inside, but I was also making sure I wasn't going to wreck to the outside wall. So our last time around was a new track record for ourselves. There's no point in going and setting track records right now. Just run a clean line. And we're catching lap traffic already on lap 5. Which is going to cause us to run a bit of a tough lane. But it's going to put cars in between ourselves and second place. And we will have rough days. We are going to be headed to a showcase next episode. That's a bit of a wild card. We're not sure what will happen. We've never been in a showcase in these cars. And other tracks like Eldora are going to be not only a showcase but a tough experience. These are the tracks that we're going to be racing in the other local series next episode. Oh, and we'll go around from the lead. And we'll take heavy aero damage. And the caution will fly as we drop to P2. Losing the lead to Lucas Lee as we were wrecked there. And now with aero damage, we're not sure how we're going to race compared to these other cars around us. And we go straight on the restart. We'll drop down to P3. Our worst running position all weekend long. Now we're going to have to get a come from behind victory. With 5 laps remaining, we are down in P6. Are we going to watch another possible race win drop from out of our lap, basically? As I am not afraid to wreck someone for this. With 3 laps to go, Lucas Lee has gotten a huge lead on us. With 2 laps to go, it's looking like this might be it for ours. We're on the final lap here. We waste our one last shot to wreck someone. We're going to come through and finish in P4 after leading over half the race. I think 2/3 we led and then got wrecked out. Let's take a look at the replay here. Leading. Here we catch lap traffic. And they don't really make it easy for me as I get into that guy and then I wash out into that man. He pops me up. I go around, I spin, and then just sends me up into the wall. And that's where I lose the lead of the race and I go wide into the next turn. So we'll drop down probably to P3 in the season standings. Now we hold on to P2. But 2 races that we could have won early on in this season that we have lost. I'll cut back to you guys on the main menu. Okay, loaded in here on the main menu. We have a lot of damage there, which makes sense. We hit the wall really hard. We finished 4th. The next episode, we're going to be headed to Elm Creek. Let's repair the car. Let's get prepared for that race next episode. But now we're going to be headed over to the regional series, where we're going to start with the midgets racing at Grant Park. So let's go ahead and load in here for this 3/8 of a mile, and I'll cut back to you guys once we're there. Okay, loaded in here at Grant Park Speedway. We'll head into practice where our goal time is a 14:1:35. And we all know Grant Park. This, well, it being an Indiana track and a home race for us, not necessarily our home race, as I claim Kokomo is more of a home track than where Grant Park is. This is a race that we've had significant struggles at. Where in the local series, it took forever for us to even make the A main, if we ever even made it. I forget. At least in this series. Now when we look at our success in the street stocks here, that's a different story where we've been able to run pretty decent here. We've already beaten our goal time of practice. But it's not just practice. Practice sets the message for, the whole weekend. And we're struggling here to find a good line, which has been a constant for us at Grant Park. With this really wide racetrack, there is countless of lines that you could run. But what's been my pretty consistent strategy is just get as close to that inside wall as possible through the corners. And then get up pretty close to that outside wall on the straightaways. Then we run a different line and set our new fastest lap at the track. So maybe running a bit outside of that white line is actually going to be faster here. It's just this hard converting to a new line on purpose. Here we'll focus more on it and we'll get it through the second corner, but this first corner is the one I'm struggling with. 1 and 2, we get that line, and that's it. We can do 3 and 4, and we don't really hit it great there. If you're going to go below, I think we want to just peak the tires below. And there we'll set another fastest track time. We'll come through here for our final lap of practice. It's going to be a 13.5.1 or 7.15, whatever. And we'll in practice the fast lap of a 13.731. We'll go on to the next session of qualifying. Our goal time is a 14.017. Sun is starting to set here for qualifying. Us against the track for these 2 laps of qualifying. We can make it happen. We beat our goal time. We run a pretty lousy lane. And we'll run it again. We'll see if we can't set a faster lap. And we will be able to qualifying 13.747. It's in Heat 4 starting in 5th place. And that is the place we need to be to transfer. Passing here is at a premium. It is hard to get past people. Once you do that, can set you up with lanes to pass even more. As we wash out high on the exit of 2, which will drop us down to 6th, but we will move up to 4th, which has seemingly been the story of our career, where we're running in 4th or 3rd, 1 position behind where we need to be to either advance to the next round or get to like the qualifying dash. With 3 laps to go, it seems that we're going to be just shy of Taylor, which will put us starting in P16 at the moment. Taylor passes Johnson for that desired 2nd position, which will send you into the qualifying dash. But just to look behind us, it is a very small margin to Ruschenberg. And we're going to come through here through the final corners. Ruschenberg is going to take the line. We're going to come through and finish 5th. which means we're going to be starting P20 in the race. Okay, now we're loaded in for the A main. Let's go ahead and get into it, starting from P20. Very different story from what we have going on in the UMP modifieds. So we'll get into Rustenburg there on the race start. Top 15 would be nice and would definitely be a decent ego booster. But recently we've been running pretty good, pretty well in these midget cars. As long as it's not a showcase, I'm confident that we can at least fight for a top 15. And I think we had our struggles last episode, maybe it was. But I'm not exactly sure if that was in this series or not. I'm kind of blanking. And now we're in a heated battle with Williams, I believe, for P15. Yes, it is with Williams. And we'll make it past. And we lose a lot of speed by going up early in the corners, and we'll bounce off Williams' right rear tire and go out wide. The caution will fly, but we were down in the P16. Williams just got the position on us at the time of caution. Now ready for the race restart. More green. Ten laps remaining. This did get us closer and is now giving us chances to fight for positions I thought wasn't going to be possible. But we brought Williams with us. 8 laps to go, we were sitting in P12. With Moles now fighting for that position with us. And he'll get it. And yeah, we're struggling to find the line here. So we'll get back into Moles. We'll hook him. We'll turn him. He's going to have heavy contact there with the outside wall. So we'll be P12 on the restart, and another car goes over. Up in front of us. Restarting here, P12. So we'll wash out wide. Again. Two laps to go here. We'll turn Whitley. They'll bring out a caution. We are up in a P10. And what I'd like to point out is we are not the only ones capitalizing off of us making these cautions with this green-white checkered. Persley is also capitalizing, has gotten up into the top 5. This leader will take the white flag this time by. We are sitting in P10. We almost pinned Felker, but he recovers it. Coming through the final corner now. We're going to hold on to P... we almost held on to P9. Bat the line. They get us. We'll finish P10 in the A main. So this is our contact with that curb car. Moles, I believe, is the name on it. And then on the following restart, so we go wide, then we'll just dump Felker. Not Felker. I forget his name. Yeah, like I said, we finished P10. And we're up to 19th in the season standings. And we'll cut back to you guys on the main menu. Loaded back here on the main menu, we meet our goal. We have some smooth driving there, not taking a lick of damage. And we have a message from the Outlaws.
Great race today. That was a strong finish for you guys.
Yes, it was. So now next episode, put us 50% completed with the season. We're going to be headed to Lima Land. Let's repair these parts. And let's get the last upgrade on here. Now it's load up for the street stock event. Which is taking place at Charlotte Dirt Track. Let's go ahead and get loaded in here, and I'll cut back to you guys once we're there. Okay, loaded in here now. Charlotte, where goal time for practice is going to be at 18.167. This is a track where we have experience from my NASCAR Heat Ultimate days, running in the Extreme Dirt Tour there. But never in these cars, and never with the track, or never at this track did it look so beautiful. And we're just trying to see what we can do here. I mean, you can see actual Charlotte in the distance. We'll beat our goal time in our first lap by about a full second. What we did, no idea. I'm glad we did it. Yeah, I guess. I wish we had a slower first lap so we could see the improvement more. Yes, I do. I think entering a little bit later into the corner was the move that we did. Where we should have took this down. So let's try that here. We were high for a while, and then we were sort of able to just cut down on track. And there we set a new fastest lap of practice. But sometimes the rear will just step out of these cars, and you have to be prepared for it. And we're not going to run practice too far along here. So we're going to come through and finish our final lap of practice at 13.375. Oh, and we'll get collected there as I was just trying to spin out for funsies. That was pretty good practice. I think we can improve a little bit more, but now we're headed to qualifying. Goal position at P30. Our goal time is at 18:150. And momentum from a good race, even in the local series, will carry over. In a completely different car, good momentum is transferable. Even if that race went bad in the late stages, I think that we might have something here in our car. That is going to be different. Set at 17:151 as our first lap. That's only 3/10 off our record lap here. So we're coming through now for our second lap of practice. We won't get as far out to the wall as we hoped, but we don't have as much tire spin. And we'll set a sub 17 second qualifying P14th with 16.966. It's going to put us in Heat 2 starting in 4th position. And now we'll hop into Heat 2 starting from P4. First time really racing around other cars here. And we'll go wide through the first corner, dropping down to P5 to Robinson. And I'll make a pretty aggressive move to get back on the bottom of Robinson and be able to make that move in that position back. Now I'm trying to catch up to Vadentop and Rollins. But Rollins is going to drive away from Vadentop here. And they both have more exit speed than us. Three laps to go here. Sitting down in P4, where we qualified. And I believe everyone's running in this top 3 or 4 at least where they started. Got as far out to the wall there as we possibly could. Actually thought we were going to hit the lip there where the track entrance is. One more time around, we're gotten into back there, and we're going to lose P4. And Robinson's going to be able to hold on to it. We're going to finish 5th. It means we're going to be starting in 18th position in the A main. So let's hop into the A main now, starting from P18. Now, to start off the A main from P18 on the field. In the midgets, we were able to make up 10 positions in our race. What can we make up today? And in the UMP modifieds, we lost. Or we dropped from 1st to 4th. So I guess what, we lost 4 positions? And there we'll get really loose as the car was sort of going all over the track. We'll lose the position here for a moment. We're able to fight back and hold on to P19. And I'll get into Richardson a bit there on the exit, which revved up the engine. We're going to be able to cut him off there on the exit and hold on to P17. So we'll get into the outside wall. .16 laps remaining here. We're fighting. Oh, we'll dump Robinson. Sort of getting revenge for qualifying, or for the heat race there. So we're going to be in 17th at the time of the caution. Robinson's still in front of us. But starting on that outside lane, we'll have inside lane privilege here. Up one position from our starting spot. And now, we'll call it. Okay, this is going to be a caution. We were up into P13 at the time of the caution flying. We're coming to the line here, and we are green. Oh man, we were just bouncing everywhere. Trying to fight to get our third top 10 of the day. So now we are up into 11th. And there we'll see Wright sitting in P9. We're going to have the inside here on him. He'll turn down into us, giving Vaden top that lane. 3 wide now in the corner. We'll get into Wright. And now we drop back to P12. And now 13th. With 7 laps to go, sitting in P12. We're going to have that inside lane on Richardson. Get a better exit than him. And set ourselves up better for the corner. Maybe he might be able to pull the switch off. No, he is not going to be able to. Maybe sitting in P12 now, setting our eyes forward on Wright. Five laps remaining here. We'll get into Wright's rear bumper there. The really fast lap there, our fastest lap around this place. And we'll move up to P11. Now 3 laps to go to catch up to Thompson. Two laps remaining here. We've closed the gap to half a second. Oh, we'll wash out into the outside wall. It's going to give Thompson that half a second back. So we'll start the final lap here. Only we're not going to be able to catch him through this final set of turns unless something catastrophic happens. We've closed the gap though to half a second. He's going to have a pretty good exit. Oh, but they're going to get into each other. We're going to finish 11th, just outside the top 10. And we'll be 14th in the season standings after today's race. And I'll cut back to you guys on the main menu. I loaded in here. On the main menu, we finished 11th, meeting our goal for the race. And now next episode we're going to be headed to Lucas Oil Speedway. We're going to go for a top 20 for the race. So thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and come back next episode for the street stock race at Lucas Oil, the midget race at Lima Land, UMPs at Elm Creek, midgets and street stocks at the Fairbury Showcase. I'm not sure if we're going to do those. I guess we'll just have to wait and see tomorrow. Thank you all. Hope you have a good one, and goodbye.